Critical feature 1. Feet shoulder width apart, flat on the ground, with chest and head up while bars balance on middle of back.
Critical feature number 2. Bend knees 90 degrees and keep shins vertical, thighs parallel to ground.
Critical feature 3. Return to starting position without rounding back.
This is our rubric for a squat. The first section is the depth of the squat, and we want to have our knees bent at 90 degrees. Next section for our rubric is the setup. You will receive a 4 if your chest is up, feet apart, and barbell is in the middle of your back. The next section to our rubric is consistency of action. You'll receive a 4 if you perform 8 out of 10 proper squats, using all of the 3 critical features of a squat.
What I'm going to do is go 90 degrees down, and as you can see, Chris is only going about 45 degrees down, not even close to parallel with the ground. And yeah. Chris needs to try and keep his chest up and his feet about shoulder width apart. He wants to keep the barbell in the middle. As you can see, the barbell is not even close to the middle of his back, and his chest is bent over, and his feet are a little wider than shoulder length apart. As you can see, Chris is going 90 degrees down, his legs are parallel with the ground, and that is the correct depth of a squat. On Chris's setup, his chest is up, his feet are shoulder width apart, and the barbell is in the middle of his back, getting a 4 out of 4 on the setup technique.
Go.
All right, for our article, our research question was, what is the effect of knee position on the hip and knee torques during the barbell squat? And the data that was used or collected was that they used 7-weight trained men on restricted and unrestricted squats. The results of our study showed that in restricted squats, forces are inappropriately transferred to the hips and the lower back region. Thus, the appropriate joint loading during this exercise should be unrestricted because the knees need to move more slightly past the toes. And one interesting fact that came out of this was that the hip torque goes up more than 10 times when restricted, and that's not good for your hips.
The critical features of sliding are number 1, what one foot leads the other. Number 2, brief period of flight. Number 3, shoulders face intended target. Number 4, able to slide left or right. The critical features of dribbling are number 1, one hand at hip height. Number 2, fingertips. Number 3, ball contact ground on the same side as the hand dribbling.